Here comes Devin Jones, big dive through 3 and 4. He's going to wash off the track a little bit. And David Levitt's going to give him a little bump there. Dings in that right rear fender. You see the damage on Devin Jones's car. You saw David Levitt did not like the way he was being raced, so he decided to give him a little tap down the front straightaway that time and let him know, do not put me in that position again. Owen feints up towards Devin Jones there, and O'Reilly Chevrolet Pace Corvette drops down, and green flag in the air. And Dominic West working the outside, going to go 3 wide on row number 2 to start this race. Looking for a strong charge. Maddie White split in the middle, has Chaos Kenzie down low, and West to her outside. She'll drop back, and Sophia Madrano will challenge her for that 4th place spot. Pace on track right now. He's taking a really sharp turn down off of turn 4, and that's scrubbing his speed. And we got a car around in turn 2. That's the 95 of Dominic West, who was working on making his way back through the field. Yellow flag out. A little bit quicker, at least carried more momentum once she was on the throttle than that number 8. Looks like green flag is out, though. All clean, and you see Dominic West trying to make his way back up to the 13 of Maddie White. Going to try and peek right to the outside. And again, some veteran Bandelero drivers. Is Dominic West going to roll around the outside of Sophia Madrano into contact? That's going to send Sophia around into the infield grass. Dominic West tried clearing down low, entering turn 1 from where she was at before the spin. But green flag back in the air for our Desert Valley Landscaping Bandoleros, and Chaos Kenzie going to get another nice roll to the outside. But Sophia Madrano right on the back bumper of Nikki Alleman, going to give him a good push off into 1 and 2, and that's going to help him clear for the lead once more. Madrano and Parker stay side by side, entering turn 3 nose to nose. Peeking around the outside of Nikki Alleman. No one's been able to find that push as of yet. We're going for it here in the closing laps. Oh, and going to put it right on his door in 1 and 2. Let's see if Alleman can battle back down low. Oh, and just a little bit tight there. That car looked like it snapped a little bit, but able to keep it going the right direction, though that kills a little bit of momentum, allowing Chaos Kenzie Parker to clear to the lead. And we got 2 cars around. Dominic West and Sophia Madrano involved in 1 and 2. And green flag out in the air. Chaos Kenzie Parker, much cleaner start that time, bunched up with the rest of the field. Maddie White peeking around the outside, trying to see if she can build up momentum. Dominic West is going to follow. That's going to force him to peak even wider, though, which up in second in front of the 2-time track champion Dominic West. But out of turn 4, your winner for the first time in 2025 with a complete sweep of the evening, Chaos Kenzie Parker. Good field, ready to get to some good racing. Green flag in the air. Saw Joshua Davis struggling a little bit from the back there, but all sorts of side-by-side action heading off into the 1 and 2 corner. David Fippen and Adriana Murch going to stay side-by-side as Brian Love has cleared for the lead, though. Fippen able to get a great drive through 3 and 4 and clears Adriana Murch. Jen Hall working the low side, powering down and able to get her nose out front too, sending Murch back to 4th. Can't really send it deep into the corner without it really wanting to shoot up the track. But he'll have to battle the throttle on that throughout tonight's race. Jen Hall able to clear down low on David Fippen and get into second, though. He's right back on her back bumper. Going, and caution is going to be out. Adriana Murch, close call with Insane Zane. That car was in the outside wall and turned around coming out of turn 4. Pushing down the front straightaway that time to the green flag. David Fippen right on the back bumper of Jen Hall as we take the green. Brian Love rolls the outside and is trying to get that nose back up front, but a great launch by Jen Hall has her the race lead here on our restart. And Love's going to drive it down, has Fippen to his inside, able to stay clear though and hold on to second. Has that nose pointed around and is going to work that car almost all the way around. And checkered flag waves for Jennifer Hall. Last season. Now offering rides to a couple rookie racers out here at the action track built for speed. But green flag in the air. Our W.W. Williams Hornets are underway. Savannah Rice, tough start down low. She'll allow her brother Jalen just to make his way through the middle as he'll put himself right in the tire tracks of J.R. Shanks for the lead. Paul Brown able to hold on to third. But now as Jalen Rice makes his way onto the back straightaway, J.R. Shanks is entering 3 and 4. And gonna look at the 5 to go this time out of turn 4. 10 laps in, 5 laps remaining for our W.W. Williams Hornets. J.R. Shanks looking for his 5th win. Turn 4 this time. The number 5 J.R. Shanks is gonna get to victory lane for race number 5 of the 2025 season. 5 starts, 5 wins for the driver of the number 5 car. Green flag in the air. Big push on the inside from row number 2 from Brent Schmick. He'll be looking to the inside early on. Dives to the low side in a 1 and 2 and goes side by side with Michael Weber, but a little bit of a momentum roll from the outside helps Michael Weber clear into 3 and 4 and hold on to this lead. Trip Goodrich is able to get around that 23 car. In contact now, and Trip Goodrich able to skate by, but that 80 momentum through 3 and 4 on the gas. And a big push from that 70 car. Brent Schmick looking to get backfired. Pushes the 84 of Weber off into 1 and 2. Really helpful when building momentum with these cars. You'll see when we have bigger fields at the Chili Willy, as Brent Schmick able to clear down low and get out in front of Michael Weber. Now pushing to the inside, trying to challenge Trip Goodrich for the lead. And here comes Brent Schmick sweeping up the track and will have the lead clearing in front of that 7-11 car. Trip Goodrich had driven back up close to Brent Schmick. He'll peek to the inside once again. They'll go side by side on that turn 2 exit. Will he be able to be faster when he dives down low? And he'll try for it again in 3 and 4. A little bit less banking down in that corner as compared to 1 and 2. So the momentum in balance for Schmick isn't as great, and you see it there as that low side works, and Trip Goodrich is gonna pull to the front. With just a few laps remaining, Brent Schmick battling back to the inside, but Trip Goodrich gets that car turned around and has a few car lengths. Schmick putting that car right up on the wall, trying to find as much momentum around this track as possible. Oh, in bad spin for the 70 there. You go nose to tail for this race start. And a good jump from Trip Goodrich. Here comes Brent Schmick, tight with Michael Weber there off into the 1 and 2 corner. Almost might have caught the rear bumper. His first legend race at Tucson Speedway, Trip Goodrich gets it done. Patience is a learned virtue of short track racing. We'll see if he finds it here tonight. Green flag in the air. Tight action between our leaders as they go off into the 1 and 2 corner. Barry Levitt going to roll the high side, and Richard Dorman going to hold the bottom. Nose to nose on the back straightaway. And we got 3 wide. Jen Hall able to clear, though. Able to get around Gary Cheek. David Levitt trying to work the low side, though. Still caught side by side. Here comes Richard Dorman. Little bit of a bumper that time. Keeps Barry Levitt up high, entering the corner, and drives down low to stay side by side on the back straightaway. Still has the inside quarter panel. This car is pretty good at turning down low. We'll see if he's able to get to the lead. See that rear end come flipping around for him. Results in a bit of a loose handling condition, and he can sometimes work himself around in that number 44, but at the same time, it helps him get a good fire off down the straightaway when he has it lined up. A little bit tight there from McGriff. She had to let off the throttle in the middle of that corner. That's going to allow Barry Levitt to keep it side by side on the back straightaway. Looked like she was close to having a run to make that pass, and she'll find it there out of turn 3 and 4. Last couple, but we'll need a solid one here. But Richard Dorman in the number 44 makes his way cleanly off the top side of 3 and 4. And takes the checkered flag. Back-to-back race wins for the first time since our first 2 races of the season. And on his outside will be that traveling competitor, Brandon Connor, making his first start at Tucson Speedway. Green flag in the air. And Garrett Gillum, good push on the start here from row number 2. Goes 3 wide all the way down onto that apron line. And has his nose out front, our 2 front runners. So Garrett Gillum takes the lead, charging to the front on lap number 1. Looking like he's able to drive that bottom really consistently right now as he's trying to look for the pass around Mark Bertram. Trying to build momentum on the top side of 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. And he's had the closing run lap after lap. Will he be able to look down low here? Looking for the drive. We're 3 wide with lap traffic, but Garrett Gillum able to cover and hold on for the win. Rini Mares, and we're ready to go green. Oh, and all sorts of 3 wide at the back that time. Almost forced Dan Clark up into the wall on the green flag drop, and we're going to go 3 wide on row number 2 as well. Bill Engel caught in the middle of Bryce Bonnet and Nick O'Neill, both looking to make a fast charge to the front. Dwayne Hunt Jr. holding on to the outside. And here comes Bryce Bonnet looking to the inside. Nick O'Neill rolling even lower down near that apron. And they're tiered. Here he comes up the track a little bit. Bryce Bonnet has to steer clear. Doing a great job side by side, racing some tight action amongst those top 3 modifieds. But Dwayne Hunt Jr. using this side by side action to allow himself to roll up to as big of a lead as possible. Oh, and pitching a little bit sideways that time. And Nick O'Neill and Dwayne Hunt Jr. going to split the lap traffic of Rini Mares. Hunt took the high side, Nick O'Neill stayed down low, and that'll keep him side by side entering 3 and 4. Another lap car up top, the 0 of Dan Clark. That doesn't give Dwayne Hunt much room to go high. And as Nick O'Neill was trying to make his way up the track with momentum, just nowhere to go. A little bit of contact there in 3 and 4 between him and that number 4 car, and that'll help Dwayne Hunt Jr. roll back to the lead on the back straightaway. Able to make the tight 3 wide situation work through past the lap traffic of John Martinez. Everyone keeping it clean there, but Nick O'Neill's going to roll his nose up front down low through 1 and 2 and clears for the lead on lap number 11. Not going to make a difference. That 22 of Rini Mares is up top and will go down a lap. But taking the checkered flag, a second race in a row, Nick O'Neill gets it done.
Nick O'Neill, folks.